Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome again to a new week, a new dollar to be made. Welcome, everyone. You're welcome once again. You're welcome once again to the stream. So this a live trading session, okay, where we look out to trace opportunity. We only look up to trade opportunities and see whether you are going to be getting a trade to take. Okay, so this is another week, a fresh week to make some money. All right, a fresh week to make some money. So let's see. So today is 28th. So this week is the last week for the month. Okay, so we need to trade carefully. We don't have to just destroy everything within a month. We need to trade carefully. We've learned a lot from last week because of one or two things. We really learned a lot. So that's how trading works. Trading is all about learning from your past mistakes and making sure you are not going to repeat them again. You get it? You learn from your past mistakes and you make sure you are not going to be repeating them. So that's how it normally works. So you need to pay attention to that. If you are repeating your mistakes, if you are repeating your errors, then you are not doing the right thing. Trading is all about testing, try and error. You test, and what? You test and you implement. You test, if it works, you implement. You test, if it works, you implement. So that's how you refine your trading skill. You get it? That's how you refine your trading skill. So you test it. When it's working, when you are seeing consistency, if it's the thing that you are testing is repeating itself, you start implementing it. So when the things that you are doing is not working, the things that you are doing, maybe the previous things that you are doing is not working, you stop doing that and what? You concentrate on the things that is working. You don't have to be repeating the errors you are making. So if you continue repeating your errors, that means you are not learning from your mistakes. You need to learn from your mistakes. You get it? You need to learn from your mistakes. That's how it works. You need to learn from your mistakes. You don't have to repeat your mistakes. So that's how it works. So that's how you are going to become a good trader. You get it? That's how you're going to become a good trader. This game is not easy. Let me be frank with you. As I've been saying, it is a simple way to make a lot of money, but this game is not easy. Before you can make it in this game, you need a lot of dedication. You need to dedicate a lot to this game. You get it? Gain a lot of experience. So for me, for instance, I've gained a lot of experience on how I trade. Okay, I've gained a lot of experience on how I trade. I've tested many things out. I've lost a lot of money. So last week you were here when you were testing a pair that didn't work. We lost money when we were doing the testing. You get it? We lost money when we were doing the testing. So that's how it's being played. You need to lose a lot when you are doing the testing. You lose money to know which one works. Okay. So as I lost money, I realized, let me stick to the pair that I trade. Let me stick to the few ones that I'm trading for now, because that is what has proven to me that it works. Let me stick to that for now. I don't have to be rushing. I don't have to be doing anything extraordinary. Let me rinse and repeat. You rinse, you repeat. You rinse, you repeat. Focus on the thing that is big, because one thing I noticed was this is a pair that I've traded it. I've been able to pass several phases on my Profem account. So why should I even focus on another thing? Okay, so I need to just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. That's how it works. Just rinse and repeat. So that's it. So the secret in making it in trading, the secret in making it in forex is very simple. You just have to learn from your mistakes. Make sure you are taking records. Focus, making sure you are taking records of your, or making sure you are repeating the things that is making money, and what, forgetting about the things that are not making you money. That's how you are going to make it in forex trading. Get it? So I learned this thing in a hard way. I learned it in a hard way. The moment I noticed, or I realized that you need to rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, I lost money. I lost a lot of money before noticing or realizing that trading is very simple. Anything, if you have been seeing consistency, if you have been doing something and the thing is giving you consistency, that's what you have to focus on. Focus on the things that is giving you the consistency. Don't do anything extraordinary. You get it? Focus on the things that is giving you consistency, and forget about the things that are not giving you consistency. Very simple. That's how you're going to be best or beast in the game. Okay. So this is another week, 28th of October. We've already ended the week, and the year two is about, and you've learned a lot this year. You've learned a lot. This year has been one of my good years. Let me frank with you. This year has been one of my good years, and I can't lie. I've learned a lot. I've been able to achieve a lot too for myself, based on what my consistency. So if you don't give up in life, that's how it's going to be done. If you don't give up in life, there's no way you can't achieve anything. But one thing is what a lot of people get discouraged early. They get discouraged early and they just give up. That they just get discouraged. Oh, this thing doesn't work. This thing doesn't work. And if life doesn't work that way, if you are not putting in the work, don't expect positive returns. That's how it works. For me, I work very hard. I don't sleep. Not I don't sleep, but I work very hard. Okay, I don't know giving up. Giving up is not in my dictionary. Giving up is not in my dictionary. So if I'm working on something, I make sure I'm going to end it. So in all aspects of life, unless I don't want to do, when it comes to trading, I persisted. You get it? I persisted and I found what works for me. When it comes to the gym, I persisted. You get it? I persisted. I persisted and what I got what I want to get. So in every aspect of life, unless maybe I don't want to do it, if I want to do, I'm just going to go hard on it. You get it? I don't give up. I don't know giving up. Giving up is not in my dictionary. Giving up is not in my dictionary. So whether lose or win, I don't care. What I do is what I make sure I'm learning. I'm learning. I keep on learning from those who are doing it. Keep on learning. Keep on learning. I learn. I'm never shy to ask questions. I'm never shy to ask someone I don't know how to do it. I'm just going to do it to the end. Some people will do it, they will be consistent for a week, and you're not going to see them again. And you think you are going to achieve it in life. You are lying to yourself. You can't be in for 1 month, 2 months, just be on and off, and you think you are going to achieve it. Even when we started the stream, have you seen me? When was the last time? I remember it was only one time. I even had the lights out on the stream. I even had the lights out and I wasn't able to stream. When I said I'm going to stream, when was the last time you seen me being off? I've been consistent. That's how you achieve in life. So that's Monday. So you are not going to get, life is very difficult. You get it. So don't expect things to just fall in place like that. The reason why you are struggling in life, the reason why you are struggling in life is because of what? You are not consistent, because you don't stick to one thing. Today you are here, tomorrow you are here, today you are here, tomorrow you are here. The time that success is coming to the thing that you are doing, then you move. The thing is not working, you switch to another thing and you think you are going to achieve it. That's not how life is being played. So for me, for instance, when it comes to forex, I've done it. I've lost like 5 years. I never gave up. I was just going in slow, and now I know what works for me. You get it. So if you are giving up and your friend persistent, he is achieving, you start envying the person. All right, so that's it. In life, you need to persist, you need to be consistent and be focused and stick to one thing. Don't be jumping around. Be focused, stick to one thing, and you're going to see growth in your life. Don't be jumping from one thing, don't be hopping from one thing to another. Today you are doing Facebook marketing, tomorrow you are doing graphic design, the following day you are doing this thing, sales, you are doing this, tomorrow you are doing forex, the following you are doing crypto. You are not focused. Life, be master of one thing. So you see, for me, I'm a master of forex trading. I'm a master of forex, so I've mastered it. So you have to master something. That's how you are going to be paid. Be a master of something. Don't be switching to. You can't stick to one thing for maybe a month or two, then you switch. Life doesn't work that way. You need to be consistent. Let people know you for something. So for me, if you mention Pakwisi, what does he do? He's a forex trader. Every day I'm talking about forex. Every day I'm doing something about forex. So if you mention my name to someone, if someone sees me in town, the person is going to know me as what? A forex trader. Okay, I'm not a seasonal trader. I'm a forex, like I'm a full-time something, a full-time trader. I've been doing it consistently for every day. You get it. So don't be known as what? A seasonally something. You come in for 1 or 2 months and you just forget about it, and you are not learning. You need to steady. You get it. You need to steady. Use your youthful age to steady. Build yourself, develop yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. You need to develop yourself in all areas of life. You need to sport. So for me, if you see me, you see you see my physique. You get it. You see me, you see like I'm having the muscles, I'm having this. Like, develop yourself to be the man. You get it. Develop, if you're a man, develop yourself to that level. Don't be an average person. All right. So Monday, we are not having any high impact news. The only high impact news you're having is what? Card. So are we in day life saving or what? Let me check the time. Day life saving. Okay, so we are still. The time is still. Let me check. Okay, so I think it will be next week. Day life savings will be next week or so. Is it going to be next week? Is day life savings going to be next week? The time is going to shift. You're going to be okay, yeah. So next week, yeah, day life savings starts next week. It's going to start next week. Yeah, it's going to start next week, because normally this times or this news event is released around 12:30 p.m. You get it? It's mostly released around 12:30 p.m. But now we are seeing it happening at 1:30. So then the time has been moved ahead an hour. So that's daylight savings. Daylight savings. So it's going to start next week. It's going to start next week. So we are going to be having, so this week, let's check the fundamentals and see before we move on to the practical session. So Monday, we are not having Monday 11 o'clock a.m. So let me share this thing. All right. So Monday, we are not having any high impact news. Today is Monday, so the only high impact news you're having is going to be the card, which is 5:30. So by then, you are not going to be on the stream. You are not going to be on the chat by then. You get it? You're not going to be on the chat by then. So on Tuesday, the high impact news. So Tuesday too, you are not having any high impact news. So the only high impact news is going to happen around 2 p.m. CB consumer confidence. So it's like an inflation data. You get it? An inflation, something like similar to inflation data. So kindly give, if you're on YouTube, kindly give a like, click on the like button, give a like on the stream. Kindly give a like on the stream. Okay, kindly give a like on the stream and kindly give a like on the stream. And you type in your location where you are listening from. Let me know where you are listening from. All right, so on Tuesday, as I indicated, on Tuesday we are not having any high impact news on Tuesday. So the only high impact news is going to happen at 2 p.m. USD CB confidence. On Wednesday to the only, we are not having any high impact news too on Wednesday. So the only high impact, we are having ADP. Okay, so that's the job data, employment data. So it's like it's similar to employment data, it's all like job data. So you're having ADP. So when you go through the week fundamentals, it helps you to prepare, or it helps you to be cautious. It helps you to know what is about to happen within the week. Okay, because when you have high impact news, it normally affects the activities within the week. So we need to pay attention to that. So on Thursday, you're having manufacturing PMI, you're having Japanese Bank of Japan policy rate. So today, this week, the only high impact news that we are going to be having is what? NFP and what? We have an employment data to employment data on Thursday. And Friday, we are going to be having CPI and at the same time, non-farm NFP. All right. So we need to be very, very careful. Okay. This week, we need to be very careful because mostly when we have NFP weeks are very skeptical weeks. Okay. They are very, very like it's not predictable. One thing about NFP weeks, if you are not careful, you are going to be losing in the market. So you have to wait and see. Mostly when we are executing, one thing we need to do is what we need to wait for the full confirmation before we execute. You don't have to be rushing to execute. We need to wait for full confirmation of price before we execute. Okay. Before we execute, that's the best way to go. We don't have to be rushing. Okay, because NFP weeks from experience, if you are not trading carefully, you are going to lose your capital, you are going to be losing money. So today is Monday. Let's see what the market is going to have for us, whether we are going to get an opportunity. So this sell you were looking for this sell yesterday, but it moves otherwise. So one thing about trading is what you need to stick to your plan. Okay, you need to have a trading plan. So the trading plan is going to include the time you trade. The time you trade is very, very important when it comes to trading. Okay, the time you trade is very, very important. What time do you normally execute trades? So you need to know the exact time, and you have to make sure you are sticking to that. Okay, so we saw this thing. I was discussing with one of my students. We saw this thing around 1 a.m. GMT. We saw this thing and we never executed because that is not the time. Because when you check this one, when it broke above below this one, we were having what a tradable zone at this side that we could have taken a sell. But I told him we should wait patiently because that's not the time we execute. So from experience, from my past losses, based on my losses, I noticed that I need to stick to the time that I normally execute trade. If I miss it, fine. If it goes in my favor, if the trade aligns to the if the trade aligns at the time that I trade to, fine, you get it. So I stick to the plan and I said I'm not going to execute any trade. We need to wait for the time that we normally execute, then we're going to what execute. So that's the time. Okay, you need to have a time. What time interval? So the time you trade, the time you execute, you get it, the time you execute and the time you what stop trading. So for me, when within a certain time in the day, I'm not going to I stop trading during that time. Within a certain time in the day, I stop trading. You get it. So that's how you need to understand trading. Certain times in the day, you need to stop trading. So the same thing that I do, certain times in the day I stop trading, and we have certain times that I execute trades. So you need to understand it that way and what you play the game accordingly. So this one, as I saw it, because it was outside my trading plan, I never executed. And you see it is pulling back. So if I was in pause and I executed, I would have been what the trade would have come. The trade what is going to come against me. The trade is now moving. It would have moved against me by now. You get, so you need to stick to your plan. Don't feel for more. I've been there before. Sometimes you feel for more that the trade you are going to miss the trade. So you need to execute and you are going to lose. Just stick to the plan. So for me, my plan is to start trading from 5 a.m. I start executing from 5 a.m. GMT. Okay, and stop trading around maybe 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. I stop trading. Okay. I stop trading means what? When I've not executed a trade. If I'm in a trade, you see me being in a trade, but I'm not going to be executing trades around 2:30 or 3 p.m. You are not going to be seeing me doing certain. I'm not going to be executing during that time. I need to always make sure I'm executing from 2 a.m., 5 a.m. to 2 a.m. Outside those times, that's my trading range. The range I start trading. So 2 a.m., 2 a.m. to what? Sorry, I said 2 a.m. 5 a.m. GMT. Okay, so you convert it to your local time. 5 a.m. GMT to what? 2 p.m. GMT. So these my trading times. So these are the times that if I've not gotten a trade, I'm going to execute. So outside these trading times, anything outside, these ones, you are not going to be seeing me executing something outside this time. You are not going to be seeing me trading outside this time of the day. You get this? So the reason why you are losing money a lot is because you don't have this rule that I'm talking about. So this is my rule. My rule is what? To execute trades within this time frame. So within this time range are the times that I execute trades. So outside this time frame, there's no way you are going to see me executing trades. Okay, there's no way you are going to see me executing trades. So you need to understand it that way. So based on my experience, all right. So let's move straight to the chart and see what the market is having for us for this week. So this week, so on the monthly time frame, so the same thing every day. The only thing that is going to change is your lot size. In trading, you do same thing every day. You rinse, you repeat, rinse, repeat, 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 repeat. The only thing that is going to change is your lot size. So I normally do top-down analysis. Simply what I analyze from the higher time frame, move straight to the lower time frame and see what is happening. Okay, so we analyze from the higher time frame to the lower time frame. So starting from the higher time frame to see the broader view. So the monthly time frame, you are having what? Support over here. So if price is coming down, this is the point or this is the level it is going to retest on. So I normally use candlestick chart and line chart. Normally line chart is for what? Support and resistance. Candlestick is what? To know the entries, know what the market is behaving. So that's what normally I do. So this is my support at the monthly time frame. So my standard time frames are the monthly, weekly, daily, H4, H1, 30, 15. So my directional buyer time frame is what? The weekly, daily, H4. And what? My entry time frame is what? The H1, M30, M15. But when it comes to entry, it varies based on the market condition. I can be taking an entry on what? The daily time frame. I can be taking an entry on what? The H4 time frame. I can be taking an entry on H1 time frame based on what? The market condition. So I mostly make sure they are all aligned. Okay, I make sure they are all aligned before I execute a trade. So that's what I do. So the monthly time. So when you move to the weekly time frame, so with the monthly time frame, the only thing that I'm going to be doing over there is checking my support and resistances. I don't normally check the trend, the market trend, or the market structure over there because it's a higher time frame and it's going to take a long time for it to play out. It's not going to be playing out any moment soon. So I don't have to worry myself on that. I need to make sure I'm just plotting out the support and resistance. That's the most important thing. So when you move to the weekly time frame, so on the weekly time frame, looking at the structure. So when it comes to structure, checking at the trend, where the market is moving, I normally look at the weekly, the daily, and the H for these 3 time frames. Okay, I have to make sure they are all aligned: the weekly, the daily, and the H4 time frame. So these are my directional time frames. You get it? These are my directional time frames. So with my directional time frame, you get it? I'm having some So with my directional time frame, if you are looking at this chart, if you are looking at this candlestick chart, you can see it clearly that what this market is an uptrend. You get it? It was an uptrend at certain point. It was an uptrend at certain point. You can see it well over here. We had higher low, higher high, higher low. So you see the market will move, bounce on the what, hit on the resistance level. So this tells you that what the market is what an uptrend. No no higher low has been broken. Only the higher high got broken. If that, so one thing is going to what shift the trend of when the market is an uptrend, it should break the higher high. It should break the higher high and break the lower low. Okay, it should break the higher high, comes back and break the lower low. So you see, only this higher high was broken. This lower low still what remains. The higher high was broken, the low remains. Okay, the higher high broke, the lower low remains. The higher high broke, the lower low remains. So that's how it's supposed to be. 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 The higher high maintains. Okay, that's when you are going to determine the market is in what, an uptrend. The higher high should maintain. The higher high should hold. You get it? So you see, at this point, the higher low was broken. So the higher low was broken. The moment the higher high broke, the lower low broke. The market turned towards a downtrend. So at this point in the market is now what, a downtrend. You get it? The market is now a downtrend. So when it broke, when the market shifted trend to what, a downtrend, when the market shifted a downtrend, this is the point it got broken. So at this point, when the market broke at this level, when price broke at this level, when price broke at this level, it was initially what, a support. So anytime a candle will break and close a support, the support now tends to what, a resistance. So now this previous support has turned to a resistance. So price is going to rate down. That's what it was supposed to do. You get it? So now the support has been broken. So let's plot it out. So now the support has been broken. So when the support broke, it will going to turn to what? When the support broke, it's going to turn to what? A resistance. When support breaks, it turns to what? A resistance. So now it has been broken. What are we expecting? You are going to be expecting, anytime support breaks and turns towards a resistance, you are going to be expecting a pullback before the trend is going to continue. So that's what I'm expecting. So the weekly time frame is still what, the various confluences. So the various confluence, the weekly time frame is still a downtrend. It's still pointing down. The weekly time frame is still pointing down. So let's head to what? So that's the only thing we are going to be looking. So we've identified the various levels. So these are the various tradable zones. Okay, these are the tradable zones. And what? These are the tradable zones. So if identify the various tradable zones, where is the market heading to? Is it a downtrend or uptrend? We've identified it that the market is currently a downtrend. You get it? At this point in time, the market is a downtrend. So that's the only thing that we need from here. So let's move to the daily time frame. So one thing you need to know is what we are expecting all the time frames to be in sync with each other. Okay, all the directional time frames. So I have my directional time frame. My directional time frame is what? The weekly time frame, the daily time frame, and the H4 time frame. These are my three major time frames that I focus on. Okay, these are the major. So that's why when I execute a trade, I'm very confident, because I know the time frames that I'm focusing on are the higher time frames, and if they are all heading towards one direction, if they're all what saying one thing, they're all saying one language, I have to what follow what they are doing. Okay, so these are what I normally look for. So you see, I'm seeing a nice structure at what the daily time frame. It's one of my favorite trading setups. So looking at the daily time frame, it was initial. So when you are reading price, you need to go back and what read it to the current market price. So going back to the past data or with the historical data, you can see the market was what an uptrend at this point. It was an uptrend at this point, moved higher, 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 low point. You see, price will move, come back and head on the dynamic support. Will move, come back and head. So this candle broke. The moment this candle broke the trend line, the dynamic support level, it turned to what? The moment it broke this one, it turned to a downtrend. Okay, so now price is a downtrend. So the trend line that I'm drawing, I'm using it on the chart, is just for, it doesn't do anything. If you understand structure, there's no need for you to even use trend line, but I'm just using it to make to depict something on the chart. So at certain point in time, the market was an uptrend at this level. So you see, they are all what, the higher high, it was higher high, higher low. The lower low, sorry, the higher low never got broken. The market was heading up, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. The lower low never got broken. Okay, so this candle was the one that broke the trend line. So the moment it broke the trend line, so that means what, the lower low was broken. So this lower higher low got broken. The moment the higher low got broken, the market tends towards a downtrend. So the market tends towards a downtrend at this point. The market tends towards a downtrend. So the moment it tends to a downtrend, go back to the previous what support that has now turned to a resistance. So you're expecting it to what pull back on the previous level that was the previous support now tends to what a resistance, and the trend will continue. So that's what I'm expecting it to happen in the market. That's what I'm expecting it to happen. So the moment this one got broken, the market turned to what a downtrend. Okay, so it was in a downtrend. So that's how you read the market. This is the language of the market. It was a downtrend, moved high, higher low. Sorry, it moves lower low, lower high, lower low, moving lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You get it, lower low. So now it came back and what retested. The market hasn't, none of the lower high has been broken. So when it is a downtrend, the only way you are going to know a downtrend is valid, okay, or the downtrend is still holding, is what it shouldn't break the lower low and it shouldn't break the high. So you can see all the what the lower high has been the lower high was maintaining, price was maintaining the low. Let me start from this side. The lower high was always maintaining. So you are not seeing anywhere, you are not seeing anywhere in the charts, you are not seeing it anywhere, a situation where what the lower low, the lower high was broken, or the lower what the lower high was maintaining. You get it. So the moment it broke, this is the lower high, the lower high was maintained, the lower the lower high was maintained, the lower high was what maintained. Now a support has been created. So you see, the market, the lower high was all maintaining. So this tells you that what the market is still what a downtrend. If the lower high still maintains, the market is still what a downtrend. Okay, so that's what you have to take note of. So the daily time frame is also a downtrend, because the lower, no, none of the lower low was broke. Lower low can break, but what it shouldn't break the lower high. You get it? It shouldn't break the lower high. So low, lower high, lower high, low, lower high. Still retesting on the previous level. Still retesting on this one. Still retesting on this one. So none of the lower highs was broken. You get it? So it's all maintained. The lower highs was maintaining. You get it? So when you move to the daily time frame, sorry. What's going on? So the daily time frame is what? A downtrend. You get it. The daily time frame too is also a downtrend. The daily time frame is a downtrend. So when you change it to a line chart, you can see it over here. So you can see the market has created a support over here. A support has been created. Sorry, the support has been. So the various confluence. What's going on? The various confluence. So weekly what? Downtrend. Daily time frame. Downtrend. You get it. Weekly downtrend, daily time frame, downtrend. Weekly time frame, daily time frame, they are all what? Heading towards down. You get it? They're all heading down. So after identifying the trend, what is done, what is demanded from you is to identify the tradable zone. So now you've noticed that the daily time frame too is a downtrend. That's the trend. So you need to know the tradable zones. So the tradable zone is going to help you to determine your take profit. Okay. So we're having a tradable zone. So the market is going to head straight. When price gets to this side, this is where you are going to see reaction. So the reaction can be breakout, or it can be what? Retest on this one and continue down. Okay. That's what maybe the reaction can be. So the reaction can be a breakout or what? A retest. So if you check here, if you look left, you can see those what? You can see what? A clean zone from this side. A clean zone. You get it from this side. A clean zone. You get it. A clean zone. So when you move to, so you are done with the daily time frame. So you can see the weekly downtrend, daily downtrend. Let's move to the H4 time frame. Let's move to the daily time frame. So on the H4 time frame, price is also what? A downtrend. So previously, price was what? An uptrend. You get it? Price was an uptrend. It was moving high, higher, low, higher, low. You see, it was testing on what? Economic support level, the trend line. Testing on the trend line, testing on the trend line. You get it? Before it started bouncing off. You get it? So the moment it broke the higher low, it broke the higher high. So the higher high has been broken, the higher low has been broken. So the moment it broke the higher low, price tends towards a downtrend. So at this point in the market, the H4 time frame is also a downtrend. You get it? It's also a downtrend. So let me add it to my confluence. So the H4 time frame. The H4 time frame is also what? A downtrend. The H4 time frame is also a downtrend. So now as the candle broke below this one, broke and closed below this one, broke and closed below this one, price tends towards a downtrend. And now if price broke that support level, so this was initially support, and now price has broken and closed below, so now it has turned towards a resistance. So if price is coming back, it's going to come back to this level or this level. You get it? Price is going to come back to this level or this level. So that's what I'm expecting it to happen in the chart. On the chart, that's what I'm expecting. So now it has broken through. Okay, so normally when it comes to breakouts, I was expecting it to maybe come to this side before it will do the pullback, but now the pullback has started. Okay, the pullback has already started. So I'm expecting price to come back and retest, because if we are looking at these various levels, the only strong level that price is going to retest on, so we're having some level 2 over here. So when it comes to this levels, the only level that I'm expecting price to, the stronger level is can either be this side or this side. You get it? The strong levels can be either be this side or this side or this side. So which level do you think price is going to? It's going to reject price, or it's going to reject the candle to what? To move further down. Which level do you think it's going to reject? So this is also a strong level at the H4. It's a strong level. This one is also a strong level. This is the daily time frame. It's also a strong level. But the best way I would love to what? The best price level that I would love to sell when price get there, it's going to be at this level, because when price get to this level, you are going to be getting a good range, and at the same time price is going to retest on what? A stronger area of interest. Okay, so you can see we are having what? We are having support, various support levels over here. You see, price at certain point on the chart, price move up, came back, retested on this level, created a support. So you see, we are seeing multiple support levels over here. We are seeing 1, 2. We are seeing another one. Okay, and now this is the daily. This is at the H4 time frame. So when you move to the daily time frame, you can see the support I was talking about. So we're having the support over here at the daily time frame. You get it? So this is the level I would love to what? Take a sell. So it will be a pullback at the daily time frame. Okay, so the trend continuation, the rate test is going to be a pullback at the daily time frame. So I would love the daily time frame to pull back on this level, then it will start what? Waking the wick to start filling. Okay, because there's no way price is what? Price is going to come to this level. The reason I'm saying that is what? The chances, because the market, there's nothing certain in this market. So let me put it this way: if I say there's no way, it's not a good statement. So let me say it's going to be the chances or the probability that price is going to get to this level is very high, in the sense that it has broken the low. This low has been broken. You get it? Price has broken this low. So the chances that price will come to this level is very high. Okay, so now candle structure has been what? Has been shifted. Okay, candle structure, it has created a support, the low has been broken. So now the trend is what? A downtrend. And if you are looking at the previous, the size or the formation of the previous candle, you can see a long exhaustion candle creating a support with what? A very small lower wick. Okay, a very small lower wick. So this candle is telling you that you're having what? Bias exhaustion candle. So this is a bias exhaustion candle. Buyers were pulling price to this level, sellers came in, what? Drove price to this level. So we are seeing the sellers exhaustion candle over here. The next candle has broken the previous candle lower wick. Okay, it has broken the previous candle lower wick. So it is telling you that what? Price is going to the zone is going to fill. The chances that the zone is going to get filled is very high. So I was having high confidence in this trade. I was thinking today this trade is going to align for us to take a sell, but unfortunately the way the lower time frames are forming is not, it's not something we can go for. Okay, it's not something you can go for, because if you are taking a sell over here, even though you're having a tradable zones around this side, we're having a tradable zones at this level. You get it? You're having tradable zones at this level, but you need to ask yourself, anytime you are placing a sell, where are you going to place your stop loss? Because when I'm taking a trade, I need to make sure I'm relying, or I need to make sure I'm laying on what? A stronger area of interest, a level that when price is coming back to me, it's going to be very hard for it to invalidate my stop. You get it? That's what you need to be looking for. So that's what normally or mostly I look for. I need to make sure I'm placing myself, I'm relying on what? I'm laying on what? A strong area of interest. So the area of interest or the reactional level that I'm talking about are the various support and resistances. Okay, so if you are taking a sell over here, if you take a sell over here, you need to ask yourself, price has broken, so now the candle structure is what? A downtrend. So if you take a sell, ask yourself, where are you going to place your stop loss? Your stop loss is going to be very wide, which the risk to reward it's not good for the risk reward is not good. You get it? Because this is going to be the next reactional level, the logical or what, the close reactional level. So it's going to be at this level. So if you take a sell, that means what? It's going to be very hard for you to what? It's going to be very hard for you to get a good risk to reward. So it's not advisable. You are in what? The middle. Price is in the middle of the range. Price is already low. You need to buy at what? A lower price and sell at what? A very high price. You need to sell at what? A very low price and buy at what? A very high price. If you are taking a sell over here, the price is what? Too low. You get it? Price is too low. You need to buy at what? You need to sell at a very high price. So if you are selling at this level, price is too low for you to sell. You are not going to be profitable. You need to always make sure you are selling at what? A very high price. So I would rather prefer, okay, if price is close to this level, something like this, I rather prefer to sell at a level like this. If maybe this candle close like this, if this candle close something like this, that's the point I would have loved to what? That's the point I would have loved to take a sell. You get it? So this is the point I would have loved. So if I'm taking a sell over here, you see from this point, so the way you are going to measure whether price is high or low is by using the area of interest. Okay, is by using the area of interest. So looking at this area of interest from this point, from this area, okay, so this is the area of interest. You need to ask yourself. So I'm showing you how you'll be able to determine whether price is high or low. So from this area of interest, from interest, from this area of interest, let me shorten it. From this reactional level or area of interest to where price the candle has closed, you need to ask yourself what was the intervals. Okay, so from this area of interest to this from this area of interest to where price closed, you need to ask yourself what is the intervals. You get it? You need to ask yourself what is the interval. So you see where this candle close to this level, the intervals is very hot close as compared to this level. Where this candle close, the intervals is very hot, the intervals is very big. You get it? So you need to always make sure the where the candle has closed to the area of interest, they are close to each other. You get it? You need to ask yourself, you need to make sure the area of interest is close to what? Where price is going to close, it is closer to what? The area of interest or the reactional level, okay, or the various support and resistance level that you are going to rely on to what? To make a decision in the market. So if you are taking a sell over here, so you can see the area of interest where the candle closed, the closure of the candle to the area of interest, you see the intervals. So comparing the intervals from here, is what? 14 pips. So if you are taking a sell over here, the intervals from here to here is 14 pips, and measuring the intervals from this side to this side is what? 2 pips. You get it? So that means what? The intervals from this point to this point is what? Is very wide. The intervals is very wide as compared to from this side to this side. From this side to this side, the intervals is very hot. The intervals is very small. Okay, so these are the things that you will love to go for. These are the things that you will love to what? Go for. You need to take note of that. These are the things that you need to go for. So always make sure the intervals is close. That's the best way to go by this. The best way to be taking an entry. Okay, so always when I'm taking a trade, I need to make sure. So let me show you something with the example that I'm giving. So currently price is pulling back, so there's no we need to wait for it to settle down. So now reacting on what? The area of interest. So let me show you something. On the Thursday, the trade I took on Thursday, it was around the side. Yeah, so this is the area of interest. This was the area of interest. You get it? So this is the area of interest, and as I said, I need to make sure price is close to the area of interest. You get it? So when you move to the H1 time frame, so there was a pullback. So I took the entry at the 30-minute time frame on GJ. I took the, so if I take a sell over here, you can see, if I take a buy rather over here, you see from here to the area of interest is not all that wide. You get it? As compared to taking a trade over here, from this side to the area of interest over here is going to be very wide. You get it? It's going to be very wide. So you need to you need to understand this principle. Okay, you need to understand the principle that always your area of interest should be closer to where you are going to be taking a trade. You get it? The area of interest should be closer to where you are going to be taking your entry price is going to be closer to where you are going to be taking a trade. Okay, where you are going to be taking a trade. So GU, it's currently what, pulling back. So you can see price is currently what, rejecting on the level that you were talking about. So when price rejects, you are going to wait for price to settle down, because now the high has been broken and it looks like the low. You see now the candle high has been broken, the low too has been broken. So we are having indecision in the market. You don't know which side the market is going to move to, or price is going to move to now, because the high has been broken, the low has been broken. So before you can make a decision on this one, okay, before you can make a decision, unless maybe you are looking for a sell entry, but if when it comes to maybe the buy or those stuffs, then you need to make sure candle is closing. Okay, I rather prefer taking a trade over here. Because if the candle close around the side, the what do you call it, the intervals, okay, the tradable zone is not going to be big. So I would love price to settle on this one, then I will get a bigger area of interest and take profits at this point. You get it? I would love to take profits at this point. But if I'm taking a sell over here, it's going to be very hard for me to take an entry. It's going to be very hard for me to get an appropriate an appropriate tradable zone. You get it? So I will love price to close or settle on this level, then I will take a sell. That's what I would love to see. Okay, but we are just starting the week and we need to take it slow. There's no way we need to rush. Okay, there's no way. So if price starts pulling back, okay, if price starts pulling back, I will not take a sell. Let me move to the H1 time frame. Yeah, so the H1 trend has shifted towards trend, and you can see the level is rejecting price. If you are seeing, you can see some exhaustion candles over here. We are seeing multiple exhaustion candles. You can see one over here, exhaustion. Price try to break above this one, pull back, price try to break above this one, and it pulls back. You get it? So it should tell you something at this level. So you can see the level you're having resistance. So how many resistance level? Resistance. So it tells you that this level is a strong level. So the chances or the probability price is going to gets rejected, this level is going to hold price and move it down is very high. But we can't conclude, anything can happen. There's no certainty in this game. So the best way you can go by is to wait for price to close, okay, before we can conclude. But one thing, I'm having some assurance, I'm seeing some price has already broken this one. So the chances that candle structure looks like it has been invalidated. So the chances that price can move and head to this side, either to this side or to this side, is very high. But we need to we are going to conclude when price close or when the candle close. If the candle hasn't closed, we can't conclude yet. So we are going to wait for the candle to close before we can make a decision on that. So it looks like the level is rejecting price to move further up. It looks like the level is rejecting price to moving up. But we are going to wait for, okay, so what I'm going to be expecting from what I'm going to be expecting from this trade. Okay, what I'm going to be expecting from this trade is, so where will I love to take if price close around this level? The tradable zone, let's measure the zone. The zone is not going to be big, 14 pips, and now that price is going to close, so sometimes it might close around this side, which will spoil everything. So I'm not allowed to take a sell around this level. I'm not allowed to take a sell around this level. I would love to take a sell when price pull back to this level. Okay, and I will not love to take, I would love to take a sell if price pull back to this level, because this level is very strong level, and what I would find an entry to what sell to this level. That's what I would love to take, but I will not love to take. I'm not interested in taking a sell at this point at this point in the market, because price is going to be very high. If I'm taking a sell over here, price is going to be very high. You get it? Unless maybe this candle close and gives another support level like this, and even with that, because looking at the zone I'm going to focus on or trade in is not that wide, so the range is going to be 21 pips, because when it's closed like this, when it's closed something like this, we are going to be seeing support. When it's closed like this, we are going to be seeing support. You get it? We are going to be seeing support. So that's what. So let's see, because I see this one, even if it's closed like this, I still see it to be too low. Okay, I still see it to be too low, because measuring your risk to reward is going to be like, it's going to be like 21 pips. This one too is 22, so something like 1-to-1 risk to reward. But I said I would prefer taking a buy. I would prefer taking a sell when price gets to this level. That's where I would love to take a sell. If price close on this level, that's where I would love to take a sell. And what if price close at this level? I would love to take a sell when I would love to see price doing something like this. I would love to see price doing something like this, like the trade we took the other time on last week Monday, and what I would take. I would love to take a sell like this. So this is what I would love to do. Okay, this is what I'll be expecting price to be happening. So I would love to see something like this, and I'll be interested in taking some structure like this. Okay, if price pull back and close around this level, then I'll take a sell. That's what I would love to see it on the chart. But when price when price close around this level, I will not love to. I will not be interested taking a sell around this level. I will love to take a sell around this level. Okay, so something like this is what I would prefer to take. Something of this sort is what I would prefer to take. So please take note of that. Please take note of that. Please take note of that. This is what I would prefer, or I would love to take a trade on. You get it? This is what I would prefer, or I would love to take a trade on. You get it? This is what I would prefer to be taking a trade on. Okay, so that's it for.
Please help me analyze the USD card, please.
Seeing opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to GU, you're having weekly downtrend, daily downtrend, H4 downtrend. So you don't have to be looking for buy, look for a sell, opportunity, and what you take care of. So USD card, so they are the same session, or they open at the same session. You remember we took GBP at the lending session, and is it a sell or a buy?
A buy.
Okay, so let's do a top-down analysis. On the monthly time frame, price is currently on a strong area of interest. So moving to the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, This is the area of interest. Looking at the data to your left, so we're having clean zone to this level. So moving to the daily time frame, price has broken, structure has been broken. So let's look left and see whether we are having any. So you're having rejectional level at this point. Okay, so you're having clean zone to your left. So I'll be expecting a weak fill at price to get rejected at this level. So this is a weak fill. So the H4 time frame. So H4 candle has been validated. H4 candle is what? A downtrend. See candle structure. The candle has broken. So let's look left and see if price. But even if there was an opportunity on this one, I think you are going to be trading alone. I will not join you.
Yeah.
So I think the H4 is going to reject at this level. So the weak fill, okay. So price is in all-time high. Price is in all-time, like price has gotten to the highest level. So we need to wait for maybe price to create a support. That would be the best way. Taking a breakout over here, it's kind of, because see price has been moving high, so it's always best for you to wait for a pullback. Okay, so you wait for something like this as it is doing, maybe a support like this, something like this. Okay, so since it has closed like that, let me make it this way. So if price close something like this, then you take what? A buy. You see, with that one, it has created a support. So I will advise you to wait for a support to be created. Let's see a support creating. Okay, let the bearish candle close, because if you are taking a breakout, because price has been moving high. So it's better you wait for a pullback. Okay, so the pullback means what? Price is settling down. So if price settles down, it's going to take off again. It's going to rally. So it's better you do that thing. You wait for price to settle down, then you take the continuation of the trend. That's going to be the best way to go by it. So
Thank you.
Yeah, so wait for prices it's a very, very high level. So wait for that settle down. So the H1 too, even if it close bullish, it is in what? A downtrend. You get it? It's in a downtrend. So even if it's close bullish at the H4 time frame or at the H1 time frame, you need to wait for a shift in structure at the H1 time frame. Then you take what? A sell. Wait for a shift in structure, then you take a sell. So if you move to the M30 time frame, M32 is a downtrend. So before you can take a sell, you need to wait for price to shift in structure to be aligned with what? The H4 time frame, so that you can be able to what? Take a sell. You get it? Well, if you are taking a buy, take a buy. If you are taking a buy over here, it's just going to be like a pullback. Okay, it's just going to be a pullback, then trend can continue. So you need to wait for a shift in structure, like this. So now if you are taking a buy, It is in line with the daily time frame. It is in line with the higher time frame, the weekly time frame, the daily time frame, the H4 time frame. But at this point, if you are taking a sell at the H1 time frame, if you are taking a buy, it's like a counter trend, okay, like a counter trend. So wait for price to close, create a structure to be in an uptrend, then you take what? You take a buy. That's the best way to go by this one. Then you take a buy. That would be the best way to go by.
Okay.
Yeah. So GBP USD has really deceived us or disappointed us. So we are waiting for price to close around this level. That's the best way I would love to take. That's the best thing I would love to see. I would love to see what a closure around this level. Then I'll take a sell. So let me see. Let me check USD CHF. I think we are having a wick fill. Okay. So this gap is going. You're having a gap to be filled. So this gap is going to get filled. So I think if the gap gets filled, we can get a trade. We can you can get a trade on USD CHF or GBP JPY. You get, so let's analyze it. I'm seeing a gap fill yesterday when the market opened. So mostly gaps are normally created when we have high impact news during the weekends. Okay, so you see what is going on in the US. I think next week is going to be their election. Is it next week or next 2 weeks? So their election is going to be next week. Yeah. So that you need to expect, you are going to be next week, for instance, when the market opens. So it's going to be Tuesday. So next week, Monday, we need to be very, very careful because unexpectancy is going to happen. So you see the GBP CHF trade, for instance, you see unexpected news. You were not seeing the root of the news, where the news was coming from. That's what is going to happen next week. So mostly these gaps. So this what you are seeing over here is called gap. So gaps are normally created, or you see gaps when what and when we have high impact news within the weekend. So within the weekend, if you have high impact news, when the market opens, it's going to open with what? A gap. Okay, it's going to open with a gap. So I think I'm seeing the same thing on go to there was a gap. Yeah, so I think the gap on gold has been filled. Okay, so this is how the market normally is. It's supposed to be. This is how it was supposed to open. Normally, it's supposed to. So this is the opening. This is the close. The market is supposed to what? Open. This candle is supposed to what? Start from this side, and you see where it started. So this is a gap. Okay, so this gap is going to get filled. Price is moving to this side to fill this gap before it will take the buy. So let's analyze GBP CHF and see what you are going to be expecting. So when there's unexpected news within the weekend, the market opens with a gap. Okay, because there was a pressure coming from the weekends. So on the monthly time frame, we have resistance. So that's the only thing on the monthly time frame. Normally, the monthly time frame, I check the various support and resistance levels. Those are the various things that I normally look for. I check the various support and resistance levels. So on the weekly time frame, so the weekly is still the uptrend still maintaining. So it was previously. So I'm coming. So it was a downtrend at a certain point, okay, before the market shifted. So as I said before, you'll be able to identify if a downtrend has been shifted. It needs to break the lower lows and the lower highs before the downtrend will be shifted. You get it? So at this point, the downtrend was shifted. It breaks this one. So the moment this one got broken, the candle broke and closed, it turned towards an uptrend. So we had the resistance over here. You get it? We had a resistance over here. We had a resistance over here. So this is what? An uptrend. This is an uptrend. So you are seeing the gap. So as I was saying, the market was supposed to open at this point. This was the point that it was supposed to open. Okay, but it's open at this level. So this is a gap. Normally, this is how the market is formed on the chart. If it is in an uptrend or if it is a bullish candle, this is how it's supposed to be formed on the chart. So those who are part of the bootcamp today, we talk about this thing. Okay, today we will talk about this thing in deep. So this is how they are normally formed on the chart. We talk about candle formation. So this is how they are it's normally formed. Okay, so it was supposed to form at this level. Let me just forget about it. So it was supposed to form, it was supposed to start at this level. This is what I was trying to depict. I think the chat part of the screen is freezing. You get it? It's supposed to do like this. If it is moving up, the screen is not allowing me to show it to you. So those who are part of the training, the 30 days, we are going to be talking about this thing, the formation of candle today. We are going to be talking about it in details. So the gap has been created. So this is the gap. You get it? This is the gap. This is the gap. So when you move to the daily time frame, so the weekly time frame is what? The trend on the weekly time frame is an uptrend. When you move to the daily time frame, on the daily time frame, you can see it's clear. The daily time frame too is also what? An uptrend. So last week, I was expecting this buy to happen. I was waiting for this buy to happen, and it never happened. So this is the daily time frame. At this point, the market is what? Price has broken through the zone. So you see how this zone is very strong. This zone is very, very strong. We have what? Support. Price has broken through. Like from last week, the whole of last week, it was ranging around this level. Price was ranging around this level. We had one resistance. So the price was really trying its price. It was very difficult for price to break. So at a certain point, price broke it, thinking it's going to continue, and it closed below this. That was Friday. The Friday price broke through, and Monday the market opened with wick breaking above all the zones at the H4 time frame. So the weekly time frame is a downtrend, daily is a the weekly time frame is an uptrend, daily is an uptrend, H4 too is an uptrend. So this zone was very disturbing to me. I was expecting so fortunate it has been broken. So the zone has been broken. So this is what I will be expecting. I'm expecting this wick to get filled. Okay, so when the wick gets filled and close around this level, I'll be taking a buy. This is what I'm expecting it to happen. Okay, I'm expecting this wick to be filled. So this wick would definitely get filled. Okay, this wick would definitely get filled. So if this wick fill, so those times you need to be taking wick fill trades, you'll be looking for a sell, and because by all means it is going to get filled. But one thing is what, it's like having a clue on where the fundamentals is going to be, the news event is going to be, but you don't know where to enter. So I'm having a clue that this week is going to get filled. Price is going to fill this week because normally week is supposed to fill. So I'm having a clue that this week is going to get filled, but where to take the trade is going to be a problem. So it's like having a clue on what the macroeconomic events, the macroeconomic data, where it's going to be, but you don't know where to enter. So you normally use the technical analysis to be able to enter the market. You get it? So it's the same thing. So now I'm having a clue that price is going to, this week is going to get filled, but where to take the trade is going to be very, very difficult. So for me, I'm not interested in this. I'm going to wait patiently for price to get to this level. Okay, I'm going to wait patiently for price to get to this level. Then I'll take a buy. That's what I'm interested in, because when price gets to this level is going to be, this level is very, very strong. Okay, we can see when price was daily time frame and we saw the consolidation. So let's check into a line chart and you are going to see the levels very well. So you are seeing we're having one resistance at the daily time frame. We're having three areas. Okay, so that means price can come to this level. I think the level is around this we're having a resist support at this point. So I would love to take, so this is the level I would love to take. I would love price to come to this level, then I will take a buy. Okay, then I'll take it. So I want price to close at this level. If price close at this level, that's the point I'll be confident to take a buy. Yeah, because we are going to be having a strong area of interest over here, and price has now broken out from the zone, making a pullback, and I'll be expecting a continuation. So that's what I'll be expecting on USD CHF this week as it is going. So I'm going to keep an eye on USD CHF. Okay, I'll be keeping an eye on USD CHF. I would love to take a trade on USD CHF. When it pulls back to this level, then I will take a So it can either happen. So it's all going to depend on how the 9 o'clock candle is going to close. If the 9 o'clock candle is going to pull back to this level, then maybe if it pulls back, if it's close at this level, I'm not going to get a trade at this level, but I'll move to the H1 time frame, then look for a shift in structure to be in an uptrend. Then I will take a sell. I'll take a buy. That's what I'll be looking for on USD CHF. So I would love to. So this is what I'm expecting it to happen: a pullback and trend continuation to this level. That's what I'm expecting it to happen on USD CHF. So it's the same thing that is also happening on GBP JPY. So GBP JPY too. I was thinking maybe it's going to even range, because I saw this break and retest. We had a break over here. There was a break and there was a retest over here. So I was expecting maybe it's going to open with small wicks, but you see the gap was very wide. The gap was very big. See where the market see where it's opened. So this one too, the chances that the gap is going to get filled is very high. This gap. So next week too, I'm sure you are going to be seeing the same gaps in the market when the market's open. I was expecting this week to get Friday's one. I was thinking maybe price is going to consolidate before it will take off, but see what's happened. See what's happened. So this gap needs to get filled. So the same thing that I'm expecting on USD CHF is the same thing I'm expecting it to on GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, so the monthly candle closed with a very nice structure, created a support over here, created a resistance at this point. So the monthly time frame is already an uptrend. Looking at the structure, you are going to see it well when I zoom in. So you can see the structure. So the monthly time frame is an uptrend, created a support. So the whole of this month, I was saying price is going to fill this week, this tradable zone. Price is going to fill this zone. And exactly price has filled. So on the weekly time frame too. On the weekly time frame, we're having a support over here at the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame too is also what? An uptrend. You get it? The weekly time frame is also an uptrend. It's also an uptrend. And expecting price to pull back on this one, then we expect a continuation. But this is the weekly time frame, and you can't rely on the weekly time frame. It's going to take a long time for it to happen. So when you move to the daily time frame, on the daily time frame, you're having what? We're having a support over there. On the daily time frame, you're having a support over here, and you're having another support at this point. At the daily time frame. So this is the daily time frame structure. Okay, so the weekly is an uptrend, daily is an uptrend. Let's move to the H4 time frame. So with the H4 time frame, looking left, your past data, you are going to be seeing you're having some levels at this point. You're having some levels too at this point. Okay, so you see price rate tested on the level exactly. You see how price rate test, price is struggling to what? Break through that level. Okay, even though the body of the candle closed at certain points, but now this candle is struggling to what? Continue continue the trend. So price is really struggling because it has gotten to a reactionary area, or what? It has gotten to an area of interest. So what I'm going to expect is what? I'm expecting this week to get filled. Sorry, I'm expecting this gap to get filled. So the same thing that I'm expecting on what? USD CHF. I'm expecting a pullback because when this gap gets filled, then trend will continue to this side. So it will create a support, then the trend will continue. So I'm sure we are going to be getting upward. This weekend, when the market opened, I was thinking maybe price is going to consolidate. Then what? This week is going to get filled because we were having a tradable zone at this point. Now price has created a support. So it's the same thing that we took. This trade is the same thing that happened on what? USD CHF the other time. Price broke, created a support, and we took a buy. So you see the same pattern. Price broke, created a support, and caught continuation. Is it not the same thing that is happening? That happened on what? GBP, JPY. So this one too, price what? Broke, created a support. What are you expecting? A trend continuation. You get it? Price has created a support. So this is what I was expecting as the market opened. I was thinking maybe it's going to range because I am not active at the Asian session. I was thinking price is going to range, then I will take a buy for this range to get filled on GG. But what happened is what? The price how price took off was very, very hot. Right? Price took off and what? It's filled the zone that I'm expecting. So what I'm going to expect now is what? A pullback. For now, I'm going to expect a pullback to this level, then the trend will continue. That's what I'm expecting from the market. That's what I'm expecting. So the market is really forming very well. It's looking good. Looking at USD CHF is looking good. This is what I'm expecting. When you look at because when you look at USD CHF, all the time frames are pointing up. The weekly is up, even to the extent of the monthly time frame. Okay, I think the monthly time frame. Yeah, the monthly time frame is, you see, is even what? An uptrend has created. Candle structure has broken. It has broken the previous candle high. now creating a support. So that's what I'm expecting. When you move to the weekly time frame is up, the daily time frame is up. So when you take trades like this, you will become like you are very confident in such trade. So I'm expecting a pullback, which is not going to happen. So maybe I'm expecting, maybe the way it is moving doesn't mean around 9 o'clock this candle can close around the side. So let me close this one because the chances that price is going to what invalidate this level is very high. So now maybe the next resistance is going to be at this point. So we have a tradable zone from this side. So what's the gap? The zone rather 32 pips. So this is what I'm expecting it to happen. Hey, what's going on? So we are in election week, and you need to volatility in the market. You need to be very, very careful. Make sure you are seeing a clear setup and manage your risks well. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting, a pullback price to come to this side. So I'm very sure sometimes it might happen. I'm very sure maybe it might happen because the way, but unless maybe, so the wick is filling, the gap is filling, the gap is filling. So I want price to close around this level, this box, then what? So maybe it can be, I'll be monitoring, I'm keeping an eye on this one. So maybe around 1 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock is going to close. If it's close over here and H1 gives me an entry, or maybe the 1 o'clock, we are going to see what's going to happen. So this is what I'm going to expect on the chart. This is what I'm expecting it to happen. So let's check on gold. So please be careful this week. You see how prices are moving very, very fast. Be careful this week and next week because of the election, especially next week Monday, or when the market opens. You are going to be seeing a lot of gap because there was tension in the US because of the election. There was tension over there. Okay, people are pulling their investments off and other stuff unless maybe the election is declared. So we are going to be seeing a lot of volume in the markets this week and next week. And this week too is NFP week. So you have to make sure price is giving you a clear confirmation. Don't be acting impulsively. Okay, don't be acting impulsively and stick to your plan. Stick to your plan and make sure you are trading according to your plan. Don't be taking impulsive trade. Don't be taking trades that is not in your trading plan. Make sure you are taking trades that is in your trading plan. Make sure you are taking your strategy. The things, the pattern you've seen it happening over and over again. So when it comes to gold, with gold, the monthly time frame. So I'm very sure gold will even move further up. Gold is going to move further up when the monthly candle close. I'm sure maybe we are going to be seeing more up. So BTC and those stuffs are all moving up. So on the weekly time frame too, gold is in all-time high. You don't have any price action to the left. You don't have any data to your left. There's no data to your left. This is the highest level price has gotten to. So it hasn't given us any data before. So that's why trading gold at this time is very, you need to scalp, okay? Because if you are focusing on the high time frames, it's going to be very difficult for you to determine. It's going to be very difficult for you to determine your take profits. It's going to be very difficult to determine your take profit. So when you move to the daily time frame, on the daily time frame, the price is what's a downtrend. Price broke, now retesting on this one, expecting a trend continuation. So now price is a downtrend. We're having a resistance over here. Currently having a resistance over there. Moving to the H4 time frame. Moving to the H4 time frame. Moving to the H4 time frame, change it to the line chart. You can see the various levels well. So price created a support. I think I saw this one. Price created a support and was expecting a continuation to this level. I saw this one when the market. So this was 5 o'clock. Okay, so there was an opportunity on gold, a buy opportunity on gold for this gap to get filled. Yeah, so I think some people will be taking a buy. There was not when it comes to the lower time frame, there was no entry level. So the entry could have been here. This is the point. The entry could have been here, but that because price broke, the candle broke, created a support, trend continuation, a trend continuation. So, but one thing about gold is what the pip range is very big. The pip range. So this one is 100 and 100 and what 19 pips. So if your account is small, you don't have to try on gold. You need to try it on currencies. You need to try it on the major currencies. So the pip range is very big on gold. It's like GJ. The pip range was very, very big on gold. The pip range was very big. So on gold too, price is currently going to range because you're having various levels over here. The gap on gold has already been filled. The gap on gold has already been filled. So the chances that price is going to consolidate at this point is very high. You might be seeing a consolidation of price at this point in time. But you still have some tradables. You still have some zones. So this zone can also get filled. Okay, but price is going to be high at this point if you are buying. Okay, so unless maybe one thing about the lower time frames, as I don't trust or believe them. Yeah, so it's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard. So you need to stay patient and see what's going to happen. Just to stay patient. So for me, my trade for the trade for the week is USD CHF, and with GU, I would love for the candle. If the candle close around the side, then I will look for a shift in structure, the H1 or M30. Then I'll take I'll take a sell. So that's what I will be looking for. So let me bring the USD CHF on top. So you see GJ2. So one thing about GJ is what you having daily support over here. So the chances that price can rate test on this one is giving us a very small range. A very small range. So I'll be looking for what I'll be looking out to is what. So if price comes over to this side, I would love to what find a buy opportunity. But if it's close around this side, the zone no, the gap is going to be very small. I will not be interested. I will not love to what take a trade around this level. But if price comes back and close around this level, this is the level I would love to take a buy on GBP JPY. You get it. So when it comes to USD CHF, I'm having an eye on USD CHF this week and GBP CHF. This is the prices that I'm interested. These are the currency pairs I'm interested for the week. Okay, these are the currency pairs. So let me check the pair that Mafia does on GBP CHF. It really mafiaed me last Friday. So this pair, I'm never going to go back again. So I'm now going to be focused, sticking to what works for me. That's my various pairs. So I'm now going to concentrate on gold is not in my list. So GBP, USD CHF. If USD CHF also mafia me again, maybe I'll just give up on them. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for the analysis part. So I think all the pairs are now setting up for it to play out. So they are now setting up. So when it comes to GBP USD, they are now setting up. USD CHF now setting up. Yeah, so that's it for. So it's Monday, so we need to take it slow. Make sure we are waiting for the right thing, then we take a trade on. So this week we are not going to. You are going to make sure we are not going to be making any mistakes. Making sure we are going to stick to the plan. So you were thinking maybe price is going to close below the side and you take a sell. That was the plan for the weekend. So that's what we were discussing in the private group. That was what we were discussing in the private group, thinking maybe something of that sort is going to happen. Okay, so those who want to join the 30 days bootcamp, we are now heading towards the practical session. We are done with the beginner session. We've talked about how the MetaTrader 5, everything. We've talked about the beginner session. So we are now heading towards the practical session. So you've seen how I'm breaking down the charts, how I'm able to do the top-down analysis, get to know the understanding, reading candles, okay, reading the language of the market. That's where you have got into. So if you are interested, I think it's now going to go for discounted price since you weren't part of the beginner session. It will be going for a discounted price. Okay. So if you are interested to join the 30 days bootcamp, we are now heading towards the practical session. We started candlestick anatomy. We started with what candlestick reading this last Friday. We are still going to continue today, and what you are going to enjoy the 30 days bootcamp because we are doing it everything live and colored. You have the opportunity or the chance to ask me questions on anything that you are facing any difficulty. Okay, and I'm very patient to break things down. I'm very, very patient when it comes to that side. I'm very patient with them, breaking it down. And some people are now getting the concept of how the thing really works. So we are moving to the practical session, and I'm betting you what my goal is. What at the end of the 30 days, at least I have to get some people getting what I'm doing, getting the concept, and when I will be there, people will just screenshot their achievement to me. I'll be very glad about it. That's my goal. That's my motive for people to understand how I do that thing, because the market is very simple. The only thing that normally makes us lose is we are not mostly not disciplined. So you see USD the pair that I even took on GBP the other time, I'm not supposed to be taking such pair. You get it? I'm not supposed, because GBP is at the lending session, CHF is at the lending session, and I took it because of how enticing the pair was looking at. The pair was looking. I took it, okay, which I was not supposed to take it. Which I was not supposed to take it. So if you are disciplined and you are following the strategy that I'm doing, one thing that makes me very confident is what I've been able to use the same system to be able to pass a proprietary firm account. That makes me very confident. Okay, that makes me very confident, and that makes me believe that this strategy really works. If I'm patient, I'm sticking to it, even though it will take some time. It will take time, as you are not you are even though some people are expecting it to happen like within a week, it's expecting it to happen within a month, but it will take some time for you to see results. But if you are putting in the work, following the principle that I'm going to tell you, waiting for all these three time frames align, making sure you are taking an entry on a strong area of interest, making sure the H4 candle has broken and closed, you are going to achieve success in this game. You get it? You are going to achieve success. The only trade that you've taken that came straight to our stop loss was the GBP CHF. Last week, the GBP JPY trade we took, it moved like 30 something pips before it started retracing. Okay, it moved like 30 something pips before it started retracing. So if you join the 30 days bootcamp, you will be able to predict the market like you are a market wizard. Okay, you are going to be predicting the market like you are a market wizard. I'm going to show you how the market, you can read the market, how to understand the language of the market. You get? So if you are interested, kindly hit me up, kindly message me, and I'm going to give a discounted price on those who want to join. It's going to be on discounted price because you were not part of the beginner session, so you are going to get some discounts on the price. You get it? So if you are interested, because this free stuff is not going to help you, you are not going to get everything at this free things. And one thing too is when you join the bootcamp, you can call me anytime, you can chat me anytime. But if you're on YouTube, you can't be chatting me anytime. You get it? It can't be. I only attend to my those who have paid me. That's even if I see their missed calls, I'll call them back. Those are the people that I'm responsible to, not someone who has not paid for my service. So if you have paid for my service, even if you call me if I'm around, one thing is what I'm having a two phones, so sometimes I'll be moving around and I'll not be having that phone on my side. So if you don't get me when I come back, I'll that message you or what, I'll call you back. So that's the advantage if you pay for my service. You get it? If you pay for my service, you can easily call me. And one thing is, after the boot camp too, I'm going to select some students who I see some potential in them, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to groom them. I'm going to put them in a group where I'm going to help them pass a funding challenge. So by next year, they will also start withdrawing from the funding company, because next year we are going to be killing the funding company like crazy. You get it? You are going to be buying. I'm going to select some people who I'm seeing some potential in them. People are serious. People who always show up every day. I'm going to help them to buy some prop firms, and I'm going to be coaching them, taking trades together with them and everything, and making sure they're also getting achievements like what I'm also the little achievements like how I'm also seeing. So if you want to join the bootcamp, I think this is the best time for you to do, because you are heading towards the practical session. You are heading towards the practical session. So if you have any question, you can drop it in the chat box. Those on YouTube, because you'll be closing the stream any moment from now. So if you have any question on Telegram too, if you're on Telegram and you're having any question, you can just let me know. So the market hasn't set yet. The ones that you are looking for hasn't set yet. So this is what I'm waiting for price to come to this level, then I'll shoot it up. So I'm just looking for a clean opportunity, one clean opportunity this week. Then I'll clean it up. I'll just smash it. So with GU, as I said, I would love to take a buy at this level. This level is going to give me a bigger range for me to take advantage of. That's where I would love to take a sell. But my focus is going to be on USD I think that one is giving more. It's presenting clear opportunity as compared to GU. It's giving a clear opportunity as compared to GU. So next week, the market, you are going to be seeing unexpected movements in price because of the election. So the election is going to be next week Tuesday, right? Yeah, let me check. It's going to be next week Tuesday. That will be 5th November. Yeah, so you are seeing it over here. Presidential election, congressional elections. So next week Tuesday, should I even are we going to be trading? So during the New York session, we are going to be seeing massive movement in price. So after the lending session, I will advise you just stay out from the market, because we are going to be seeing a lot of volume during that time. So next week too, we need to be very, very careful. Either Trump is going to be elected again or Hillary. Yeah, so what I'm expecting on GU is happening. As I'm expecting, because we're having a lot of rejection levels over here. So I would prefer price to close on this level to give us the support. Then I'll take a sell. Then I'll take a sell. So those on Telegram, I'll be dropping some analysis on what I'm expecting on the various pairs. So if you are not yet in the Telegram channel, to kindly do so too. I'll be dropping some analysis over there. So when price get there, you can just make your own decision. So after the stream, I'll try and do some analysis. Because it's been a while I even analyzed the chart, as in give an inscription on the chart. So after the stream, I'll be doing that So if you are not yet in the Telegram channel, kindly do so. But one thing is what most of the WhatsApp groups, I don't like spam in the groups. The Telegram is best. So if you are not in the Telegram channel, kindly do so. Kindly join the Telegram channel. So now the zones are being broken. You get it? The zones are being broken. So the preferable area or the preferable level for us to take a trade is will be on this level. When the 9 o'clock candle, I'm hoping the 9 o'clock candle is going to close on this level. So when the 9 o'clock candle close on this level, one thing you can't take a sell straight at this level. So because you are going to be having high volume time, when price get to this level, it's going to be very hard for us to get trade, which is going to, might lead us to what missing the trade. So this is what some people are going to do. They are going to set what a sell limit over here. They are going to set sell limit over here. So the moment price will get to this side, it will take them in. But when you do something of this, when you continue be doing this, you are going to be stopped out. Like you are going to be losing more often because you have to wait for price to what give you a confirmation that it is here to move. If you set a sell limit over here, what shows price is going to head down or what shows price is going to sell? You need to wait for confirmation. But those who take sell limit and buy limit, they normally don't wait for confirmation. So as price is getting here, this is a potential level that price might reject. Okay, so the moment price gets to this side, they will set a sell limit. So they will just get some small pips in the market and what. Because the moment price gets to this level, it's going to reject. But if you move to the daily time frame, you are seeing the various levels over there. When you move to the weekly time frame, so I think price is pulling back on the weekly time frame for now. So the chances that price is going to reject when price gets to this level is very high because this one has been broken, and as I'm saying, price needs to fill this tradable zone. So when it moves to the H4 time frame, now it is making a pullback. Okay, so Brainy, I told you should wait. I told you should wait for price to get to this side. So I'm waiting for price to get to
exactly.
yeah. So you see, if you were impulsive and you took the sell, you would have been in drawdown, man. Yeah, so always like I don't care because of my experience, because I've been market will set up very well, to be set up like very clean. If you make an attempt to take it during the Asian session, especially on GU, around 4 to 3 something, when it's 5:30 to 6, you see the markets pulling back. You get it, you see the markets pulling back. So you need to one thing I've made up my mind that no matter how the market is looking clean, unless it is 5, if it is not 5, I'm not going to take. I will take trade from 5 o'clock 5:30 to 6. That's when I'm going to be taking trades. If it is not that time, I'm not going to be taking trades. So someone is saying, what's the difference between risk to reward and loss size?
I need to be sleeping more.
Yeah. Don't just give yourself pressure. Just stick to your plan. This is your plan. This is your time that you trade. Don't be just stressing yourself. Those times I used to sometimes I'll wake up and my head is aching me because I was watching the chart during the Asians. Yeah, I was watching the chart during the Asian session. So yesterday, the reason why I was awake during 1 a.m. was because I just wanted to, and I was doing some work too. I just wanted to see the candle how the candle is going to close, so that I will be able to adjust my time. I will not oversleep. So that's why I waited. So after 1 o'clock and I slept, that's when this candle closed. So I was thinking maybe it's going to make a pullback. Then the following morning, it's going to take off. So don't be stressing yourself. This is your plan. Stick to it. You trade around 5 a.m. to 2. If it is not time, don't execute, because if you try to disobey or go against your trading plan, you will lose. That's what I've noticed in the market. So just stick to your plan. These are the volume times you focus on. Don't stress yourself. Be watching the chart during, unless maybe you are trying to practice. And as I'm saying, as a beginner, you need to practice a lot. So if you are trading the Asian session, it's normal. You just want to see the movement of price and testing your strategy on those movements. Okay, maybe some people are day workers. They will be working during the daytime. So if you are testing your strategy during the Asian session, it's okay, because it's best when you experience the market live, when the market is moving. When you are doing back testing, most of the things that I'm learning are coming from experiencing the market live. So the difference between me and you is because I have time to experience the movement of price. Okay, I have time to experience. I have time to watch the chart. That's what separates me from you. But because you just do the back testing, you come and check it like maybe 2 hours time, 5 hours time. But for me, unless you close from work before you come and check. But for me, I watch the chart every second, every time of the day. Okay, so I have an experience on how price normally moves. So if you are having a day job, I think you can be checking the Asian session. Just watch the movement, live movement of price, so that you have a feeling of how price move. That's best. So someone is saying, mentor, please, what's the difference between risk, reward, and loss side? So when you talk about risk, so risk, as the name goes, risk is the amount you are betting on the trade. Is the percentage or the amount you are betting on. Your risk is the what amount you are betting on the trade, and reward is what, how much are you getting in returns of the amount you risk. You get it? Risk is what the amount you are risking, or the amount you are putting on a trade. How much are you putting on this trade? If I'm taking a sell, how much? Maybe I'm betting on what? I'm using $100 to bet. I'm using $50 to bet. That's my risk. Okay, so when it comes to reward, with the amount I risk, okay, maybe you went to town, you are a businessman or you are a businesswoman. You went to town to buy maybe you buy some clothes or you buy some shoes to sell. Okay, so there are shoes that you went to buy is going to, let's say that's going to be your trading capital, or let's say that's going to be your risk. Okay, so when you sell the shoes, how much are you going to get in returns? That's going to be your reward. Okay, so when I'm taking a sell on this trade, that's going to be my what? Risk. How much am I willing to risk on this trade, or how much am I willing to what lose on this trade? Because risk is similar or close to what the amount you are is similar or close to what the percentage you are losing on the trade, or the amount you are losing on the trade. So how much am I willing to lose on this trade? Because the moment you risk means you have accepted that anything can happen. You can lose the trade, you can lose or you can win. Okay, so the moment you risk on something, oh, this thing is very risky. This thing is very risky. That means what? We have there's some chances that you can lose, there's some chances that you can win. Okay, so that's the risk. And when it comes to the reward, what is the percent over here? How what is the percent you are getting in returns of what the risk? Okay, so if I risk 2%, I'm expecting maybe 4%. That's what positive risk to reward. Okay, your reward should always be greater than your risk. Your reward should always be greater than your risk. So that's what it means by risk to reward. The amount you are risking and the returns you are getting, or the reward you are getting in returns of the amount you are risking. So it's simply what comparing your risk, comparing the amount the amount you are going to be losing in the trade, or the amount you can lose in the trade, or the percentage you can lose in the trade, comparing it to your potential profit. In case maybe the trade is going in your favor, how much or what percentage are you going to get in returns? Okay, so you are comparing. That's risk to reward. Comparing your risk to the reward. Okay, so risk ratio to reward is simply what? Comparing amount you are risking on a trade and your potential profit you are going to get on the trade. You get it? That's the meaning of risk. And lot size simply means the quantity of trades you are buying or selling. Lot size simply means the quantity. Okay, the quantity of trades you are buying or selling. So if this trade, how much am I willing to? What is the quantity of currencies am I going to sell? Maybe I'm going to sell 10,000 units of currencies. Based on the base currency, I'm going to sell 10,000 pounds. I'm going to sell maybe 100,000 pounds based on what the amount your capability, okay, or your financial capacity. how much you are willing to risk on the trade. So the quantity of trades that I'm going to buy or sell on this trade. So it's different from the risk to reward. Risk to reward is comparing two things. But when it comes to lot size, it means what the quantity of trades you are buying on this trade. So the Telegram channel. Yeah, so I've dropped the Telegram channel so you can check it out. You can join the Telegram channel. Yeah, so I think USDCHF is forming nicely on the chart. So let's hope maybe by 9 o'clock it will get to this side. Let's hope so. By 9 o'clock it will get to this side. So I think now the market is presenting, it's giving more clarity. I think I'm not sure the way GJ is forming. Maybe the gap is going to take a long time for it to fill, but I'm not interested. I'm interested in USDCHF today. This week I'm interested in USDCHF. That's what I'm looking for. So the range is what? The range is going to be 32 pips. The range is going to be 32 pips. So those who are asking me about the broker, yeah, the 100%, you are going to get 100%. So yesterday Brainy funded his account and he was able to get 100%. So you are going to get 100%. So the 100% is going to be like a leverage. Okay, it's going to be like a leverage. So with a leverage, you'll be able to what, to trade bigger lot as compared to your normal this thing, as compared to the normal your usual trading account. With this one, is going to help you to get bigger advantage. You are going to get advantage to use bigger loss as compared to your initial deposit. And as I'm saying, I'm having someone at the head office. So if you're having any problem, kindly contact me. I'll contact Joseph at Cyprus, and he will help you out. In case maybe you have funded your account and it's not reflecting, maybe you are making withdrawal and you are not getting it back, I'm having someone at the headquarters. So the person, I'll just contact him with a phone call and he will take you through. He will give us the issue. So so those on Telegram, you can use the link to register and you get your 100% bonus. All right. So any question? So this week we are going to be slow. We need to make money this week. So last week we started the week on a good note. We made a massive profit last week, but we ended it with just some average trades and everything just went down. So this week you are going to be this week you need to make sure most of the time frames are in our favor. If you are taking a trade, you need to make sure, especially the daily H4, we shouldn't play with it. It should be in our favor. When weekly comes, it's a bonus. Why the break in the bullish candle? Daniel, I don't get what you are saying. Why the break in the daily candle? Which pair are you talking about? Is it GBP USD or USD CHF? Which one are you talking of? So you are going to be waiting patiently for things to align. This week we need to come out profitably. Okay, you know the market is uncertain, the market is unpredictable, but at least we need to come out profitably this week. We need to come out profitably this weekend. Just make some good amount. So when we get a good winning trade, we are going to be very reserved unless a high probability setups, and you are not going to be chasing pairs too. All in we want to get a good trade setup. So USD CHF is forming. It can give us an opportunity. GU2 is forming. So one of these pairs we can be getting a trade on. Yeah. So USD CHF. Yeah. So with USD CHF, this is what I'm waiting. So you said why the break in the bullish candle? I don't get your question. Kindly make it clear. Why the break in the bullish candle? What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? So then your question, I don't get it. What does it mean? So everything will be clear when the 9 o'clock candle has closed. So when the 9 o'clock candle closed, that's when everything is going to be clear. This week, no average trades. You're not going to be taking any average trades. You need to make sure those the last 3 bullish candles. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it has done what? The last 3 bullish candles has done what? Okay. I think so. Let's wait for the 30-minute candle. So it's left with 60 minutes. So let's wait for the 30-minute candle to close and see what's going to happen. So if you have a question, kindly drop it in the chat box. Kindly drop it in the chat box. If you're having a question, drop it in the chat box and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, so gap is when I said with gap is when the markets, when we are having unexpected, when there's high news, high impact news during the weekend. So you see the forex market close. The forex market close at the weekends. You get it. The forex market is not open at the weekend. So normally when we have high impact, and when it comes to economic event, when it comes to fundamentals, you said the Telegram does not exist. The link does not exist. Are you sure? Maybe click on it. Well, I just click on it and it's work. Click on the link. Well, the link is working. I just clicked on it and it took me to the channel. Click on it. Well, are you the only one facing the same problem, or are you having some people to also facing the same problem? The link is working. Oh, it's still not working for you. Let me know if it is not working for you still. Click on the link. Well, it's supposed to work. So I just sent another. So click on the link I just sent. So check it and let me see whether it's still working. Check it and let me see. Jacob, check it and let me see if it's still working. Check it and let me see if it's still working. So this week I have to receive. I'll try and make a withdrawal on my funding account if it will be given. So far I've made 2% on the account. I was supposed to make more on that trade. You get it? So as I was saying, one trade can just make you. You get it? One trade can just make you. So one thing I've come into one experience or one thing I've noticed about the market is what it's not about the number of trades that you are taking. So you see, one trade, you just target only one trade, one high quality trade within a week. So if not, I was emotional during that time, I would have gotten like 4% to 5% on the account on only one trade. You get it? On only one trade. So it's not about the number of trades that you are taking, it's about the quality trades that you are taking. So this week I don't know whether the 2 weeks, because I selected bi-weekly, so I don't know whether I'm going to be given the 2 weeks is due. I want to just make a withdrawal, see if these people are really for real. The money is not that big, it's like $100, not that big. But I just want to test it so that I'll go in big. I'm just testing it, so I'll try and make withdrawal and see whether the $100 are going, because I've made 2% on accounts. The account I bought wasn't big too. So I'll try and make withdrawal this week and see if I don't know there, because I selected bi-weekly. So when I get that money, I'm going to use it to buy another challenge, the 10K and I'm going to trade it live for everyone to see it. When I buy the account, I'm going to tell you, oh, I've bought the account. I'm going to be trading it for you people to see. If I pass it, I'll do it before you people. If I lose it, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to document it on the YouTube channel so that you people will just take note of that. You get it? You people will just can just go back and reflect on it. So maybe from next month, I'll buy that 10K account. I'll trade that 10K account live for everyone to see. So what I'm going to be doing is what, since the things that the things that I did to pass the first one is the same thing I'm going to repeat. So one, when it comes to currency pair, I need to ask myself, which currency pair did I trade? This which currency pair did I trade to get me to where on the previous account? Which currency pair did I trade? Maybe I traded GBP USD. I'm going to stick to only GBP USD. I'm not going to be trading any other pair. If you see me trading any other pair, that means what? It is on my small account. Okay, it is on my small account. So that's what I did. GBP USD pair. I have to ask myself, that's GBP USD pair. So which time of the day did I trade? I traded only on what? The lending session and the New York session. So from 5 a.m. to 2 a.m. because you need to like go back your history and reflect on the things that you did. Okay, so I'm just going to be looking at the things that I did. The things that I did is what I'm talking about. GBP USD was the only pair that I was trading. The time was what? Lending to New York session from 5 a.m. to 2 a.m. I'm going to rinse. It's just about success, is all about rinse and repeat. If you find something that is working for you, why do you have to stop? Just repeat the same process. So it's the same process that I'm going to repeat. With my strategy, I'm not going to change any strategy. I'm just going to repeat the same strategy. Okay, just focusing on the higher time frames, because this my current strategy was as a result of what? Looking back on my winning trades. So looking back at my winning trades, the things that I did that gave me that success, so that's what's going to give you the confidence. Okay, so it's all about rinse repeat, rinse repeat, rinse repeat, repeat repeat. That's all about success. If you find something that works for you, if you get small success on something, just repeat the same process. Okay, and you scale it up. Okay, so if you're a businessman, if you're a businesswoman and you are doing business and you are seeing success on the business that you are doing, the process, the strategy that you use to give you that small success in your business, just scale up the business. So that's why you call something scaling in business. So it's the same thing in life. In every aspect of life, we just scale. If you see success in anything that you are doing, just go in big. So it's the same thing I'm going to do. Just repeat the same process, and I'm sure I'm going to come out successfully. So next month, I'm very sure I'll just buy. But before that, I need to receive the payout. I have to receive the payout before I'll use that money. So I'm going to check whether they will going to pay me with that small money. Maybe they will pay me. So if they pay, I'm going to reinvest that money into another Profem account. So next year is all about, next year I need to make sure I've gotten a bigger Profem account. So price is moving towards that level. Okay, price is moving to that level. So I'm going to monitor it around 9 o'clock. So when it's close around this level, the price is moving. So as I said, you see the wick has been the gap has been filled. The gap has now been filled. So it's the same thing. Go to, there was a gap and it got filled. So those who trade gap fill can be I'm sure some people took a sell targeting this gap to get filled. But you don't know when the gap is going to get filled. So that's how it works. You don't know when the gap is going to get filled. That's the most important thing you need to know. So GJ2 we're having a gap, and I'm very sure this gap. So this is it. You don't know when the gap will start filling. You get it? You don't know when it will start filling. Sometimes the market will just move up, and later come and fill it. So you need to always make sure you are following your plan. Don't say, even though you know this one is going to get filled, so you are going to just be taking it. Always make sure you are waiting for it to get filled before. So the same thing on go to the gap got filled, you see. So I'm sure gold is going to move up for the body of the candle to close it exactly, for this gap to close, because that's not how the market normally moves. Okay, that's not, this is the opening and close. The market was supposed to close at this point. Okay, this is where it started. So it's wick down, it's gap down. So the market was supposed to, this open close, the market was supposed to fill this one, but I see where it started. It was supposed to start at this point. Okay, so it's going to come to this level. Price is going to come to this level. So go to, I'm expecting this gap to get filled. But for now, USD CHF is where my focus is. USD CHF is where my focus is. I just want the candle to close at this level, then I'll take a buy. But before I'll take a buy, I need to wait for confirmation because this level is very strong and the chances that this level will get rejected. Hello? Oh no. Ayun. Moscow. Moscow. Wait, okay. So it's left with 3 minutes for this candle to close. So the chances that this level is going to reject price is very high. The chances that this level is going to reject price is very high. So we are hoping price is going to close around this level. Then we'll take a buy. So as I said, I'll be dropping the analysis in the Telegram channel. Okay. I'll be dropping the analysis in the Telegram channel. So you need to stay tuned. If you have not joined the Telegram channel yet, kindly join. If you have not joined the Telegram channel, kindly join. So it's two pairs that you are going to be looking. You are going to be keeping an eye on GU to close on this level. Then we take a sell. So I'm sure maybe so. This one is going. This level is still valid unless price has broken through. This level is still valid. That's why I've not moved it. So unless price has broken through before it will be invalidated, but I'll prefer price. So you see, the range is going to be very big. It's going to give us a nice range, 30 pips. It's going to give us a nice range. So the market is setting very nicely for this week. We are hoping it's not going to be moving before us. We are hoping it's not going to move before us. So it's left with 1 minute for this candle to close. It's left with 1 minute for this candle to close. So you see how this one too. This is the same thing that's happening over here. This one also moved very heavily, closed around this side, and people took a buy. So it was this move that I got to know GBP USD CHF. It was this move created a support over here. So I saw some people taking it, and I said, let me check out on this pair, and I noticed. Yeah, so this is where I got to know this pair, this move. So it's moved up, created a support around this level, So one, two support. So the entry was around this side. Let me check the entry. So this was 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5. So this was 7 o'clock, and so 6 pulling back, taking off around 8 o'clock. So this is the time I got to know this pair, this move. And the other week too, it's pulled back as it finished the movement. It moved heavily. We were expecting this one to continue, but it refused. This one moved out from the zone, made a red test, and we took this buy. So this buy, we would have even made a lot on this buy, but that one too, we acted impulsively. We didn't wait for price to align, and we closed the trade. So this one too, you would have made a lot from this move. It really moved heavily. So now when I'm in a trade, even if it gets my targets, I know what I'll be doing. I might trail my stop. So this, let's see whether we are going to be getting opportunity on this week. Okay, so all right, so those on Telegram, if I'm on Telegram channel, I'll just drop the analysis so that you can follow from there. Okay, so if I've not joined the Telegram channel yet, kindly I've sent the link in the chat box. You can join the Telegram channel. I'll send I'll send analysis in the group on what you'll be expecting. Okay, so see you tomorrow same time. We are going to be meeting to discuss about it. This is our job. This is the business we do. So we need to meet every day to see how we can print money from the chat. Okay. All right. So see you all tomorrow. Thank you all for joining. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye to you all.
Thank you, to Mentor. Thank you. You are doing well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. All right. All right, YouTube. Thank you. Join the Telegram channel and you get notified with the updates. All right. So see you all same time tomorrow. Bye.